Hello, boys and girls. First video was so nice. I had to do it twice. But today, we're gonna review. We're gonna see that jab cross a lot. We're gonna learn spacings, open and close stance, and a key thing about fighting, discipline. But before the video starts, like, subscribe, and I made like a, what's it called? What do I call it? Like a fashion TikTok, I guess. I don't know. I made a TikTok. Link is in the description. Let me know what y'all think. But yeah, y'all take it easy and enjoy the video. Hello, everybody. First video was so nice. I had to do it twice. Welcome back. We got Sparring with the boy Bob. Episode 2. Now, like I said last time, if you see me start precipitating, it is hot in here. So, cut me some slack, please. I have a better setup now. I won't be moving the mic. It's right out of frame. So you guys can hear me real nice. And we can get to work. So, today, two things I wanted to cover. First thing is spacing, and how to space your opponent and the stance you guys are in, and some of the basics like that, some of the fundamentals. Because I know last time we learned guard and how to throw our first jab and our cross, right? So now we should have like a little jab and cross, and we have roughly the shoulder width stance, but now we have to know how to use that, right? Also, peep the quads. Oh, that didn't look good. You didn't see this one. Oh, the lighting did that one good. So, without further ado, let's put on the gloves. Now, before we start working today, I have a little story. So, yesterday, believe it or not, someone tried to fight me. Someone did try to fight me. And I'll go through the interaction with you guys. So, I was hitting the bag at LA Fitness like I usually do, you know. I was working my jab cross and a front leg kick, right? Just something light, not anything too crazy. Jab cross, front leg kick, jab cross unders, jab, lead hand hooks, some basic stuff, right? I was working on my flicks, my back leg, my question mark kicks. Hopefully it wasn't too loud. I apologize. Let me dial it back. Right? Just some basics. Basics. And this, I don't know, this bald guy, he's like 35 maybe. Like, he comes up to me and was saying, like, I can tell you've never fought before, and you're not supposed to kick the bag. And I was like, there's like 100 of thousands of people you could do that to. Not me. Like, what? I fought for 14 years. I've been doing this since I was 4. I'm 18. Like, I'm the worst person you could have said that to was me, right? And like, he came onto me with like this animosity and all this aggression. He walked over to me. He started talking crazy, right? And I know, with the way I train, the way I move, the way I live, I could have killed him, right? And learning how to fight and being able to defend yourself is very good. But the thing a lot of people like him miss is it's a privilege to know how to fight. I'm privileged to learn how to defend myself, and I'm privileged that I'm strong enough to defend myself. You shouldn't be learning how to fight, right? And actively trying to look for them. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to be able to protect yourself and the ones you love, right? And you know what happens? I de-escalated the situation. I just didn't talk to him. I went back to my workout, and he went to report me. Sorry. manager. I've been going to LA Fitness for 4 or 5 years. Like, he comes over, he's like, Raj, like, I know you, what's going on? And I explained it, and he got up out of there. He got up out of there, okay? He done left, right? And he attacked my credibility, my physique, what I do. But as I'm talking to him, I'm like, hey, like what do you train? And he goes, have you ever fought the UFC? Oh, I do Muay Thai, this, that, and the third. And I was like, okay, like how long have you been training? He wouldn't answer that question, right? And the biggest problem fighting sports have, or sports in general, or like in general, right? The biggest problem is there's a period of learning that occurs, right? When you first start something, you're horrible. Guys, when I first started fighting, when I first started lifting, I couldn't do a knee push-up. I was a fat Indian boy. Like, I don't know how bluntly I can put that towards myself, but I will, right? Like, I was a fat Indian kid. But the point is that going through this curve, right? Once you finally start understanding, you think you're the best. And that's called overconfidence. He trained probably 1-2 years, and he thought he knew everything. And he could bully people. After you pass that curve, you go through a dip, because then you start facing real competition. And working out of that dip is how you master something. It's how I mastered fighting. You master yourself, right? This goes for anything, not just something as materialistic as fighting a bag or a person or sparring. This goes for anything. So I want you to take that in mind. Learning a skill, especially as important as this, right, should not be to go abuse it. It should be to protect yourself and the people you love. Okay, now with that little speech out of the way, let's get to work. So, last time, we learned we're gonna have a shoulder width stance, space it a little bit, and we bounce, right? We're bouncing. Now, there's 2 types of stances we can have. If my left foot's forward, right? Because I'm right-handed, I told you guys. If you're right-handed, you want that dominant hand in back so your rears are more powerful, right? If you want to switch it and go southpaw, you can. It's cool. Up to you, right? But I'm bouncing. Always gotta be moving, because if I'm bouncing, I'm just gonna be quicker than someone that's not. Okay? It's just momentum. Just think about it. I'm much quicker now, right? Now, if my lead leg is my left leg, right? The person I'm facing, let's say I'm Bob here, right? His lead leg is his left leg. They touch, right? Because his left leg is forward, my left leg is forward. Our chests are facing opposite directions, right? Just visualize. Our chests are facing opposite directions. This is called a closed stance, because if I'm throwing my back leg, and let's say Bob is facing a different direction, let's turn him around. His chest is facing that way, mine is this way. This is a closed stance, because if I threw my back leg, I'm gonna hit his back, right? He's closed off. I can still throw my front leg, right? I can still, right? I can still work. But a lot of the rear power is a little more complicated to throw, right? If I'm here and I'm throwing it rear, he can move, because again, his chest is facing this way. It's a lot easier to dodge in a closed stance because there's more distance, right? I can throw this way, and if he moves, it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder, that's what I'm trying to say. A lot of the power stuff is a lot harder to get off until he turns that chest, right? Now in an open stance, our chests are facing the same way. So a lot of these power moves we have, a lot easier to land on the body, a lot easier to land on the head, right? And in fighting in general, unless you're fearing for your life, I pray that no one will ever try to hit the back of your head. That's how you kill someone, that's how you paralyze someone. Please, 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 never hit someone in the back of the head. I don't care how good you think you are, if someone ever throws a round to the back of your head, you could die. You could die. So please don't do that. Alright? Please. Now, we're gonna work in an open stance. I'm gonna change it to closed. and we'll work from there. So let's say we're in this open stance, right? A lot of my front leg kicks, like this, and that, they're not gonna work too well. Unless I can lift it over, right? I can go light if I'm sparring someone, and lift it over, right? But in general, this front leg is kind of useless, unless you want to throw some weird, complicated kicks. We'll get into weight later, right? A lot of this is useless. So the first thing we're gonna learn today is the spacing in this stance. Since we know our front leg is a little bit useless, we're gonna get some more distance, right? We want a little more distance. So I can really throw these back legs. I can really, I can swing these, right? I got more distance to work with my back leg because we're farther apart, right? I'm still mixing my jabs, my crosses, and I'm working in here. But I want to keep a little more distance so I have room to throw. I hope that makes sense. Now, in distancing, since we're bouncing, right? We're bouncing. It's just a shuffle. You can shuffle back, you can shuffle forward, you can step back, you can step forward, right? And key ways to make distance. Now, depending on how tall you are, is where you want to be. My arms are very long. They come almost to my knees, right? So I really like this long distance because I have the ability in this situation to control it. All my jabs extend perfectly. My kicks are perfect. Great distancing for me. Problem is, now, let's say I'm in a closed stance. Let's turn ball around. Right? Is my back leg gonna work? A lot less, right? It's a lot more difficult to throw. Not impossible. Not impossible, not impossible. But a lot more difficult, right? So I'm gonna start working with these quick front legs. Here, here. If I can get that off, right? I'm a front leg base. But now, I need to come in, right? I need to this. I need to come in. And a lot more close stance. A lot more technical. It's a lot more, for the lack of a better word, a lot more dirty work, right? I'm in close here. And, well, I might be a little slow. I'm in close here, so it's a lot shorter. It's not as like basic punching, right? It's a lot more short, like ups and hooks. They're not technical, right? It's a lot more dirty. Not dirty as the fact that it's illegal. It's a lot more dirty as the fact like form-wise, it's not as clean, right? But to not complicate anything, we're gonna work in that open stance. So, let's learn our spacing. Depending on what you're using, a bag, maybe even a wall, right? You want to extend your hand and just be able to touch their chin. Now, no matter where I stand, I know my spacing very well. I can come to this spot almost every time. It's just an instant you'll get eventually. Don't rush it. There's no reason to rush, right? We're doing fine. But you want to really work at this distance, right? Because the thing is that I would love that if I could attack someone and they can't attack me back, right? So if I'm here and by chance he's shorter than me, he has to come in, and I know that, right? So I'm gonna space out. I'm gonna space out. I'm gonna make him come to me, right? Over and over when he comes in, right? Very technical game. If I'm smaller, I would want to be at a closed stance, right? And I would want to try to clinch it and throw something and work from there. So depending on your body type and who you're fighting, you can work it differently, okay? Now, knowing some spacing, let's learn a basic kick, okay? You see me throw these almost every time I'm explaining something. It's called a roundhouse kick. There's like 100 different ways you can throw this. Like, so many different ways. But we're gonna learn the most basic Taekwondo one, which I'm comfortable with. So, our lead leg and our back leg, they're gonna face our target, right? This lead leg is gonna turn outwards, okay? Almost 90 degrees. You see how my hip opened? As this leg comes up, right? You're gonna feel your body turn, It's okay. You're supposed to turn. Don't trip. Don't trip. Don't trip. Don't trip. You're gonna turn. You're gonna reach out. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's gonna feel so weird. It's gonna feel so weird. But that's a taekwondo. Roundhouse kick. Okay. Not complicated. Very basic. You're hitting with the top of your foot. Very lightly. Very lightly. Please, 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 please. Very lightly. You don't need to. You don't need to slam it. Because you gotta condition your feet, right? But that spacing, we reviewed. A little bit of discipline. Some of the movements when we're bouncing. Shuffle back, shuffle forward, step back, step forward. And we still know our little jab cross and our hands up. We learned open and close stance. And I think that's pretty much it. Not many triggers though, but I hope you enjoyed. I think it was quiet enough to where the movement and whatnot might have been a trigger, right? But if you're enjoying this series, please let me know. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. And good night.